let's talk about Ja Morant in Memphis. Is this because obviously the Golden State team electrifying. They are awesome, even though they seem to be missing a lot of shots. ESPN showing every single Klay Thompson miss.
Yeah,
I've seen every single shot that he has missed. Some of them are bad. Did not expect that, especially after his meeting with Jackie Moon. But I've seen every single one. This Memphis team, though, did everybody know Ja was going to be this guy that he is right now? And how far can they actually go, just strictly off of we're bigger dogs than you are? How far can you go with that?
If we look at last year's playoffs, he was awesome in that first round series against the Jazz. Memphis was the 8 seed, Jazz were the 1 seed. Clearly, Jazz were the better team, but he had some huge games. And then this year, he made this incredible leap. He was already a star, and now he's a singular force, like a superstar that can elevate a team into a championship contender. And it's interesting to sort of gauge where they are in real time, because I sort of lived this in 2009 with my Magic team when we had Dwight Howard entering his prime and made that run to the finals. You don't really know how good you are in the moment.
Okay.
Because you don't have the historical precedent of something you've done in the past.
We don't know.
4-1 in the first round last year. And so I guess I'm a pundit or an analyst now. It's hard to gauge in real time. With the Warriors, I know. With the Bucks, I know. With the Suns, I know. With the Celtics, I know, because those core groups have already done it. And so that's, I think, what makes watching the Grizzlies sort of figure this out in real time so exciting. And Ja, to me, I've said this a number of times this season. If you gave NBA tickets are expensive, and I like to be close to the floor. So
on
you gave me
$1,000.
$1,000.
JJ Redicks on the wood.
$1,000. I said you got $1,000 to buy an NBA ticket to watch one guy play. Unequivocally, I'm picking Ja Morant. I'm picking Ja Morant. He is the most exciting player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, and they're having the same conversation you're having, by the way. They're like, can you beat this next team? Yeah, sure. I think we can. Yeah, they just are kind of, it's almost like you don't know what you don't know. It's a gift. Yeah. It's a complete gift.
We had one of their guys on the podcast at the end of January, early February, and they were clearly a great team at that point. And it was Desmond Bain, and he talked about that. He's like, we feel that way. We don't know what we don't know. We have the swagger. We have the confidence. We're a team full of guys that just have this ultimate belief. And those teams, when you get in the playoffs, and when you have a guy like Ja who has the ultimate belief in himself, he believes every time he's the greatest player, and he can make the difference in a win or a loss. Those teams are really dangerous.
He can float. It's awesome to watch. Yeah. Honestly, it is. I don't know. They'll probably have NBA Twitter is awesome. It is a beautiful place. It's an active place. So I don't ever want to say absolutes and then just get completely roasted in there. Somebody probably can jump higher, but it feels like it's been a long time since we've just seen somebody float through the fucking sky like he does. I don't understand it at all. It's one of the most incredible feats of athleticism every time I see. And then the grace with the ball. It's just it's unbelievable to watch him. You're 100% right. I'd like to see him live.
When I was a kid, I had this T-shirt. And it was very poorly printed, but it wasn't even name brand because we couldn't afford name brand shit. I think I got it at TJ Maxx. Oh, yeah. But the T-shirt said something along the lines. It was a picture of a basketball player jumping in the air, and it said I just elevate and then decide in the air. Now, for me, that was probably the most inaccurate T-shirt I've ever. But every time I watch Ja Morant, for some reason, I think of that T-shirt. Because you watch him play, and he's able to blow by his primary defender, and when he gets to the lane and he meets a 5-man, he meets a center, he meets a big wing at the paint, he just elevates, and then he figures it out once he's in the air, and that's to me that's there's certain characteristics or certain aspects of a player that make them so attractive and engaging and interesting. And to me, it's that fearlessness that he has, that he's just going to launch himself in the air at any angle against any player, and he's just going to figure it out. I believe in my ability enough that I'm going to suspend myself in the air 44 inches against 7 feet people that are twice the size, twice the mass, and I'm just going to figure it out. Yeah. I fucking love that.
I wonder at what age he learned he could do that. That had to be so much fun, and if he could do that in high school or college. I think he's had like a massive amount of development, but as soon as you find out you can do that, that has to be so much fun. You know, like you can't wait to get in there. Basically, it's a guaranteed, it's a block basically every single time, because he's finding a way around and off to the side of somebody, and he has I mean, it's fucking incredible to watch him.